Alright, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the worst 9th year anniversary banner. Now, let me clarify this before we get any further into the video. There are no bad 9th year anniversary banners. You know, when we're talking about the 4 main banners that we get, the 2 Dokkan Fest and the 2 Carnival LR banners. All of them are really good, all of them have a ton of value, but out of the 4 of them, this is the worst one. We got Gogeta's banner right here. I know he's arguably one of the most hypest additions to the Dokkan roster from the 9th year anniversary, maybe only, you know, second to Beast, but I'm telling you, his banner just isn't really as good as the other 3 banners. If you want to summon on him for hype, if you just really like Gogeta, I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to do that. Gogeta's really hype. It's a transforming LR Gogeta from the Broly movie. I mean, come on now. Of course we're going to summon on his banner, but just strictly from an objective point of view, if you want the most bang for your stones, I would say don't really go that deep in Gogeta's banner. I would say do a multi or 2, maybe do your free summons on the Gogeta's banner, but save the majority of your stones for the other 3 banners, or maybe just summon on like 1 banner, maybe Beast banner, and then save for Worldwide. I think that's probably the best value you could get out of Anniversary, just because, again, Gogeta's banner is not bad, but when you're going to compare it to the other banners we're probably going to get for Worldwide, and when you compare it to the Dokkan Festival banners, it just doesn't really hold up as well. So, anyway, we're going to get into the Gogeta's banner right now. Gogeta, absolutely amazing. We're not going to talk about the new units. All of the new units from the 9th year anniversary are insane, so this has nothing to do with Gogeta standalone. This is just his banner. Trunks, yeah, I guess he's alright. We could pull him up really quick. He's pretty good for longer content. I would say, I don't know. It's just tricky with him. If you get to build up the damage reduction, if you get to stack up with him a little, he can start to look pretty impressive. And then also he's got the standby. So on the right turn, this guy's going to be looking pretty busted. I'll say that. But he definitely has aged just a hair, and he wasn't the craziest on release. He's still in that, like, top 20 range, I think. I think it's fair to say he's in the top 20 best units in the game. But he's not one of these units that's just dominating all difficult content. Like, he is absolutely going to get crushed. Even if you don't get caught, like, just in a normal scenario, that guy might get, like, just destroyed if you don't get the opportunity to build up with him, stack up with him, blah, blah, blah. So, Trunks, a good option, but you got to be careful with him. Very similar to the next unit we're going to talk about, the LR Gohan. If you stack up with him, he can start to look pretty impressive, but I don't know, man. Turn 1... he's not the craziest. He does have a little bit of damage reduction, which is nice, but it's only after you super. And I guess if the enemy dodges it, the attack, you don't get the damage reduction either, because the way it's worded is you reduce damage received by 30% from enemies who have been hit by this character's 18 key. So if you don't super, or if you get sealed, or if, you know, the enemy just dodges your attack, you're not getting that 30% damage reduction, which for the first couple turns before you stack up, missing that damage reduction is going to be very important. His defense is not going to be impressive at all. So, you got to be careful with this guy as well. He can look very impressive. Yes, absolutely. This guy can look busted. If you stack up with him, you get all these attack stacks in here. You get the defensive stacks. You know, you got damage reduction in here. You're building up. He's got an active skill. Yeah, he can look pretty busted. But I'm just saying, you know, for those first couple turns, it may be a little tricky with this guy. You have to be very careful setting him up in a fight. So, definitely a good unit, but I mean, when you compare it to, like, the Gamma's banner, pretty much everyone, or all the LRs on here, are just good. Like, they might struggle for the first turn or 2, but they're not going to struggle as much as the Gohan. So, I don't know. I would say Gohan's good, but he's got his issues. Metal Cooler, he's aged. That revive is amazing, but after the revive, it's just not good. And especially with all these revive units running around now, you know, you can only revive once per fight, so if this guy can't get his revive off, defensively, he's just a major liability. So not really the greatest unit with him. For newer players, he's going to be fine, but still, you know, he's aged. These 2 units, I think, are absolutely fine. They actually get their EZA during the 9th year anniversary, so both of them definitely the best additions on this banner next to the new Gogeta. We got Spirit Bomb Goku, the Fruit of the Tree of Might Goku. Okay, so he can do a lot of damage. I know that for sure. He can do an ass load of damage, and his defense may just barely be good enough to tank normals, but supers are just going to destroy this guy. And especially because it's just a base Goku, I feel like you just have better options, right? You could just run better units on this guy's teams, because I guess he's helping like 1 or 2 weak teams, like Bond of Friendship. Other than Bond of Friendship, though, all of these categories are just dominated with all these Goku and Vegetas and Super Saiyan units and fusions. So there's just better options. I would say this guy isn't really that needed. Like, if you don't have him, you're fine. You don't need him. Again, the best options is just these 3 units right here. The 3 banner units at the bottom, this Bardock, I believe, gets his EZA for 9th year anniversary. I'm not too sure, though. Yeah, it was our 9th year anniversary. Okay, how does he look? 100% attack on super, support, covers 22 HP. There's an ally, his name includes Goku. Okay. He looks decent. No guard, damage reduction, or dodge, though, which is a little iffy. Usually you want those on units, but between having a solid link set and between some decent buffs in his kit, he looks alright, but he's not really that crazy. I would say he's just barely good enough. Yeah, they're pretty good at their EZA. They're really good support. And then this Krillin just kind of sucks right now. So, I'm going to be honest. Not the greatest banner, right? Compared to these other 9th year anniversary banners, it just doesn't hold up as much. So, Gogeta's banner, definitely the worst 9th year anniversary banner. Again, I know I've repeated myself a lot, but I just want to stress that point because that's basically the whole point of the video. But now we can look at some of the other banners. Yeah, right here. So, we got the Gamma's banner. I would say this is the second worst, but this is a massive improvement. So, now we're talking like LR Future Gohan, we got Bulma on here, we got the EZA LR Goku Black, and then we got Gamma. So instead of there only being like 3 really good options in that kind of like S or Z tier, now we've got like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then Kaiku, still absolutely amazing. He's a stacker, so he does struggle, similar with Birdku as well. I guess both of them, for the first couple turns, might struggle a little, but because they've got that guard for the first turn, that really helps them out a lot. I think this guy gets guard depending on your HP, and this guy just gets guard for the first 6 turns. So that really gives them the opportunity to stack up because both of them are stackers who have guard. So, of course, their design, I would say, is a little bit better than some of the units on the Gogeta's banner. But, yeah, then we're starting to talk about Bulma, Future Gohan. Both of them still absolutely insane. Fusamasu, amazing. The only bad thing about him is that he doesn't link with the LR Fusamasu, but still, he's a really good option. This guy, absolutely amazing, can do a ton of damage and is pretty good defensively. And then these 2 units, same thing with them. They do stack defense, or I think they carry defense for multiple turns, and they have damage reduction. So usually the couple banner units at the bottom are just complete fodder, but these 2 are really useful. And then this Vegeta, he's not like amazing, but he's one of the nuke leads. So he's got that going on for him, right? If you want to do some of the missions for the punching bag event, you know, you could definitely make that work with that guy if you don't already have him. And then there's the unfeatured LRs. We're not even going to talk about them. But just strictly as the banner is concerned, much better than Gogeta's banner. So, just saying, if you don't really care much for Gogeta, but you like the Gammas, maybe skip Gogeta's banner and use those stones for the Gamma's banner. But, again, that just depends on what you want to do with your stones. But now we get into the Dokkan Fest banners. So these are the banners that's like, okay, they're good. This banner specifically. So, Broly's banner, it's decent. Broly's really, well, it's not decent. It's still really good. None of these banners are decent. They're all above ordinary, but, you know, Broly's banner, it stands out. Broly is absolutely insane. We got the banner unit Frieza, who's really good. Fusamasu, who's really good. Z-Duo's still really good. 5th Form Cooler can put in some work still. LR Gods can put in some work. 5th Year Fusions, still really good option. Blue Goku Vegeta, absolutely amazing. They EZA in the celebration. And then Physical Broly down here. Not the greatest unit, but really good for some of these game modes that are about like killing a bunch of enemies or, you know, World Tournament, stuff like that. This guy's going to be absolutely amazing in. So Broly's banner, I'd say, is the second best banner from Anniversary. But if you don't really care about pulling Broly, yeah, Beast Gohan's banner all the way. It's this simple. Beast Gohan and then the 6th year anniversary LRs. If you're not aware, they EZA during the celebration, during 9th year anniversary. And they just so happen to be absolutely insane. They're in like that top tier characters. Like, I'm pretty sure it goes Beast Gohan, Evolution Blue Vegeta, and then UI Goku. Which is crazy. I never thought after their EZA, Evolution Blue Vegeta would be better than UI Goku. But yeah, definitely some really good units here. Between the 3 of them featured and GT Duo and Blue Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegeto. Yeah, man, you got some pretty crazy options on here. I know Blue Goku and Vegeta are a little rough for the first couple turns. They don't really do that much damage, and defensively, they're not the best. But if you get a good setup with them, they have potential to be absolutely insane on the same level, I would say, as these 3. Well, Maybe slightly below, but still relatively in that realm. GT Duo, absolutely amazing. Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta aren't the best. They're one of the liabilities on this banner. Monkeys can still be pretty good. The Krillin and 18 are a pretty good banner unit. Gobro's a little bit of a liability. And then this Physical Piccolo, I actually still really like him. I think he's a good stacker. And of course, with the Scouter and the healing and all that, he can be pretty impressive. So Beast Gohan's banner, yeah, man, just really good. I would say just the pinnacle of the 9th year anniversary, right? I think this really solidified the 9th year anniversary being one of the best banners. Not only was it the release of Beast Gohan, which we've been waiting for, but then we got all these monsters featured on here. So just the best banner of 9th year anniversary in my opinion, but doesn't mean you shouldn't summon on these other banners. I'm just saying, strictly from an objective point of view, it makes the most sense to spend majority of your stones on this banner, maybe a little on the other banners, you know, maybe a multi or two on Gogeta's, a multi or two on the Gamma's banner, and then do your free summon, and then a multi or two on Broly's banner, and then the bulk of your stones on Beast Gohan's banner, and you should be left with at least a little bit of stones after that, and then you could use those stones to save for Worldwide, because of course that's like a month or two after anniversary. So that's my opinion of how you should go about saving your stones or spending your stones within the next month or two. Of course, what you want to do with your stones is completely up to you. I'm not sitting here and saying Gogeta's banner is bad. It's just, compared to the other banners, it is the worst one. I know I've said that a million times, but I just want to stress, it's not a bad banner before someone comments that. It's not a bad banner, right? So that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know which anniversary banner has got you the most excited. Me personally, Beast banner is better, but I gotta go with Broly's banner, man. That Broly just looks so insane to me. I'm a pretty big Broly fan, so your boy got a summon on it, right? But that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.